What does it mean for a nurse practitioner to have independent practice, and why is it not universally accepted? Let's dive into this. Independent practice for nurse practitioners refers to the ability for these healthcare professionals to provide care without the direct oversight of a physician. This can range from diagnosing and treating patients to prescribing medications and even managing patient care. However, this is not a universally accepted practice. Why, you may ask? The concept of independent practice varies greatly from state to state in the U.S., with some allowing full autonomy and others requiring a collaborative agreement with a physician. These discrepancies are often due to differences in state laws and regulations, as well as varying opinions on the level of education and experience required to practice independently. The debate around independent practice for nurse practitioners is fueled by both its proponents and opponents, each bringing their own arguments to the table. Independent practice for nurse practitioners is a complex issue with both supporters and detractors. There are several advantages to independent practice for nurse practitioners. For starters, independent practice opens the door to increased access to healthcare, particularly in rural and underserved areas. It's a well-known fact that there's a shortage of healthcare providers in these regions, but with independent practice, nurse practitioners can bridge this gap, offering crucial services where they are most needed. Moreover, independent practice allows nurse practitioners to fully utilize their skills and training. It empowers them to take on a broader range of responsibilities, leading to a more comprehensive and efficient patient care. They can diagnose, treat, and manage patient health conditions, prescribe medications, and even lead health promotion and disease prevention efforts. Independent practice also paves the way for more personalized patient care. Without the constraints of a supervising physician, nurse practitioners can tailor their approach to each patient, taking into account their unique health needs and preferences. While the benefits of independent practice are considerable, they must be weighed against potential drawbacks. Despite its potential benefits, independent practice for nurse practitioners also has its critics. Now let's delve into the arguments against independent practice. One primary concern is the question of care quality. Critics contend that without the oversight of physicians, nurse practitioners might not provide the same level of care. This concern stems from the difference in training between physicians and nurse practitioners, with physicians undergoing more rigorous and lengthy education. Another worry is the potential for overprescribing medications. Without the checks and balances that come with teamwork, there's a fear that nurse practitioners might rely too heavily on medications rather than exploring alternative treatments. Lastly, there's the concern about diluting the value of medical degrees. Critics argue that allowing nurse practitioners to practice independently could diminish the perceived importance of a physician's role and training. The debate over independent practice is a balance between potential benefits and valid concerns. This conversation continues to shape the future of healthcare, and it's essential to understand all sides of the argument. The debate over independent practice for nurse practitioners is far from over. We've traveled through the complexities of independent practice, explored its benefits, and dissected its drawbacks. It's evident that this issue is multifaceted, with strong arguments on both sides. On one hand, independent practice offers nurse practitioners the chance to fully utilize their skills and education, potentially improving access to quality healthcare, especially in underserved areas. On the other hand, concerns about patient safety and quality of care persist, with some believing that collaboration with physicians is necessary for optimal patient outcomes. The crux of the matter is not about winning an argument, but about ensuring that decisions surrounding nurse practitioners' scope of practice are grounded in solid evidence, and most importantly, in the best interests of patients. This necessitates ongoing dialogue, research, and open-mindedness. Whether for or against, everyone agrees that the ultimate goal is to provide the best possible care for patients. The question is, does independent practice for nurse practitioners aid in achieving that goal?